Howdy amateurs, welcome to another video and my quest of doing random videos that I enjoy to do, because this isn't a series. Today I'm going to talk about the shader pack that I'm using here in Minecraft. So today I'm going to talk about the shaders I'm using in Minecraft, because the ones I'm using has blown me away compared to other ones I've used, and I want to talk about them. So if you want to go and set it up really quick and use it alongside me, go ahead. But the name of the shader pack is Complementary Shaders, and I'm not going to pretend like this is a complete review of the shaders pack or that I can even benchmark it properly. I'm just going to talk about it from things that I've liked about it, and then, give you some numbers, how my system's handling it, and reasons I like it, So again, this is not a complete review. It's just I'm just an average guy using them and giving my opinion. So for a little bit of background, in case any of you are wondering, I am on a server hosted by a Twitch streamer from across the big lake. He's a British guy. His name is Brit-gamer. If you want to catch any of his streams, this is his SMP server, and I play on it with Mongoose, or Purple Mongoose, who y'all have met in my other videos, and we set up a little society here. So I'll talk about that more at the end, but just to give you an idea of where it is I'm looking at. So if you've been keeping up with my videos, you would know that my last video was putting a new graphics card in my system, and the video before that was talking about this new. And the video before that was talking about this new operating system that I have in my system in here, which meant I had to re-download Minecraft and get new shader packs to work here. In the process of researching more powerful shader packs that I could use and probably enjoy more than the ones I had before, I stumbled upon complementary shaders. And there's a couple of things I want to point out. The biggest thing that I was looking for in a shader pack was how it handled its water. Because water is very easy to tank your system if you try to overdo it, but also I spend a lot of time with water. I utilize it a lot in my Minecraft gameplay. Like, I like to be able to jump in water and see. And for most every other shader pack I've tried, it could be user error from not messing with the settings properly, but I would jump in the water, I couldn't see, I couldn't operate properly, because in my realm, that I'll probably show off more in other videos, I go underwater a lot. Like, I use a conduit and do underwater stuff a lot, and I just could not see, 4 blocks in front of my face with how those were set up. But thanks to the guide that I used to help set it up, it showed me how to set up the water so I can just see through it as if, better than I could in the vanilla Minecraft. So it's just, for my first point, like, the video I put in the description, if you follow it and you like being able to see underwater like this, and it has things like refraction, so it's nice water. It's not like it's just an empty field that you're jumping into, but you can see and you can operate well, and that is just something that has been very important to me, and that's kind of like the game changer for my use. And now these other things I want to talk about, I'm not going to pretend like they aren't in other shaders, but it just, the fact that they're all here in this one shader working as well as it does is, to me, what sets the shader apart. So the Skybox is something that has blown me away about this one. I've seen some nice skyboxes and other shaders, but some of them, just turn the Minecraft sun or moon on its side and, make a little rhombish shape more, even though it's so square. And you know, some people prefer that, but the skyboxes in this game for me has been so much better. I will hopefully, you know, it'll be a couple minutes before I can show you the night skybox, but the night skybox gives you the ability to put like nebula and you know, galaxies in the sky and the stars, and just really, really nice to me. But in the vein of that, I will show you the end skybox, and just so this obviously is something you can turn off if you don't like it, and there's different ways to adjust it. But look at the end skybox. Like, you have your star. So obviously, if you play Minecraft to any regard, you would know that, you know, the end skybox is just black. It's just an empty void. But here, they've dressed it up to have stars and this nice, like, just nebula boundary. And it's something I might go back and fix, but just this looks so much better than just the black. And it's just one of those things that wasn't looking for it in my search of shaders, but I am not certainly not sad that it is here. So I will go back home. And again, you know, plug to Brit-gamer's server here. It's set up fairly nice, and in other videos, I would like to talk about how how me and Goose set up the community here, and, you know, probably even detail, you know, if this server's reset again, you know, just follow it in detail how, you know, how we do things, because I feel like that's interesting to me. Okay, so, you know, just to save time, I'll talk about something else and then come back to the night skybox. But the handling of lights in this game, you know, I feel like it's, and you can, again, all of these settings I talk about are things you can adjust, but I really like how the shaders handle lights. You know, I can, first of all, you know, seeing them through water is very nice, and you know, there's not anything super amazing here, because, you know, shaders have been trying to figure out lights since the beginning. Uh-oh, that's someone else's claim. Let me boop. Okay. RTX, ray tracing. The big thing of like having shiny blocks. It is present in here, and I am not sad about it. So this is probably not the best case scenario to show you, but obviously you can look and see that this game is handling, you know, shiny blocks effectively, as well as bumpiness textures in there. So it's harder to tell with sand. You can kind of tell that there's a 3D effect in there. Let me find, like, I like seeing it in the dirt blocks quite a bit. You know, sometimes I just like walking around and looking at the 3D textures they've added. Like, the crafting table looks better, the top of the anvil looks better. So just one of those subtle things that, again, you can turn off if you don't like it. I don't see it here, but the little 3D textures that they've added to things just really, really does it for me. Okay, oh, there we go. So, like, you know, 3D texture thing, again, it's this thing that's in other shader packs, but, you know, just the culmination of here. So it's a cloudy sky, and if you like, it's a cloudy sky, and it's something you can turn down, but you could just saw a moment ago the colors there. There's just a nice galaxy. I can look up and see beautiful night sky things. That just helped me to just prefer this shader pack over others. It's phenomenal, and, you know, things that you'll notice things that I haven't mentioned that you'll enjoy, but I like just how vibrant the beacons look. You know, that's a little bright, I guess, to look at, but, you know, even just, looking at these crops. Okay, so one of the things about, yeah, there it is. You can see some shininess, like because these are supposed to be wet because of the light, but just those are just really nice things to me. And I felt like I had one other point: block textures, skybox, proper lighting. And there's other. I'm not going to pretend like it's perfect. There are things I would like to add to my Minecraft experience, like resource packs to make the animals look better. There's this one I was looking at that was cool. Oh look, look how light that is. Particles are handled really nice in the shader pack as well. But there's other resource packs that I would like to mess with, like better animations that just add animations to mobs. And I won't do a whole video about those. You'll just see them in other videos I make. But yes, I remember what it is now. So you might remember maybe noticing earlier in the video that, bear with me, there we go. Wow, that ore looks really visible from afar. Yes, so something that you can set up in this shader pack is to make ores look so much more visible than before. It's like, it's not their own light source, but in a way it emits light, and super useful. Like, it's one of those things that, in real life ores don't make color, but in your Minecraft game it just, I can look. Or if I'm mining, the light is just so much easier to see from a distance. If you stumble across different ores, like coal and copper, I think copper, maybe copper's glowing, or coal is not set up to be colored like that in this one. Maybe that'll change in the future, but that is something. But yeah, oh shit, excuse my language. Let's see if I can get a trident or what. Boop. No? Okay, base that. Anyway, so I will finish this video. I'll stop fangirling over this shader, but I'll finish this video with talking about performance. So throughout this video, I've had it open for this little graph. So if you're not familiar with PC stuff in general, that's okay. But I'll throw out some specs just for you, that if it means something to you. So if you remember from my last video, I have a 2080 in my system now. That might not mean anything to you, but if it does, you'll see that I'm going around 50% of that utilized. So I believe my 1440 from before would have handled this shader just fine, and I'm using 1.5 gigabytes of VRAM. So if you have a 2 gigabyte, so the point I'm trying to get at is I'm pretty sure the shader will run on quite a bit of things. Some of the settings that you can set up, you can turn down settings. Like, I'm getting a solid 60. Like, if you have a poorer card, this is running at 50% utilization, but I'm sure if you had a card that was, considerably, lower than this one, you could still turn down some of the performance things, because most cards nowadays have, 2 gigabytes of VRAM or more, so that's not something to worry about how much VRAM, but just you can turn things down if you want to make it work. If you like some of the ones here, like you can turn off lighting, so you can turn down the water's use profile. Where is, super secret settings. Oh, okay. So just, there's so many settings in this shader pack, and here's, other ones that I've used before that I just did not like, but that's not important. Let me go back to that. And it'll take it a second. See, it's freaking out. But yeah, here's a good place to wrap it up. But I like the shader pack. You can adjust the resources of, maybe a casual laptop can't do it, but if you have a PC of any kind, you could definitely adjust your resources to operate and work, and I have some of the settings turned up high. You can turn them down to work, but just this the shader pack blew me away, and it'll be the one that I will use for a long time coming, so I won't talk your ear off about the server I'm on at this time. I'll make a video about it another time and leave it here. Thank y'all for coming and watching the video. I really hope that y'all can set up this shader pack and enjoy it. So until next time.